when you are going to bath the person, you have to consider like the person, because she's also a human being, and whatever you don't wish to be done for you, you can assume and put yourself in a person. Yes. So whatever, maybe like the way we talk, and women, that's why it's good to like a close relative. That's it. Because sometimes the way people talk, the person will do it, and then when she goes outside, hey, you see this part of her body, which is very bad. It shouldn't be done that way. The person should be righteous, should be someone who like knows what is right and what is wrong. Right. She knows what, like, saying this or lying against a dead person is a grave sin to her, and then she knows that she doesn't have to say this. Even if she has seen it, she should be able to keep quiet. She shouldn't just say anything at all outside, so that the corpse will not feel bad or something. Yes. So, inshallah, Shekinis have helped us with this thing of. And so, inshallah, maybe today we can even show the bathing and then the shrouding too, because I have some small white things in my bag. Okay. So now let's assume this is the dead person. So let's assume she's small. So even I myself alone, let's assume 2 people. The person is dead. From here, you tie something to this point.
I think you can.
Lift it up. Okay, let me bring this one.
Show it.
Yeah.
Okay. So from here, if the person just dies, maybe the jaw will be left open. Okay. So from here, you tie something, then you tie, or you bring something from here, then you tie it here. It can be.
That is immediately the person dies. When whoever who is around the person should do so.
You should do so. So that, and then if maybe when she's dying, the legs were crossed or something, you should make sure you straighten all these things, and then leave her there. When you straighten it, to be straightened just at the moment. If not, if you don't do that, and then later on it keeps long for some time, later on maybe the body will be stiff, and then they will not be able to straighten it again. This way, you see, bathing her and then shrouding her will be difficult. So now let's come to bathing. When it comes to bathing, like this is the person, she's dead. You don't know, maybe she ate something, and then there are things or left in the stomach, maybe some death or this thing. If you just bath without doing this, maybe after the bath, the thing will come out again. So first of all, you try putting her, maybe she's lying there like this. You try raising the head small, press the stomach small, so that everything in the stomach will come out from the mouth. Okay. When you do this, it will just come out. So you press it small, and when all this come out, before you use water to wash all this thing. Then you use your soap and then sponge. Not very like you should use a sponge. That's why I always say you should. Yes, you should assume it's like you are. Yes, you are the person. How do you wish to be treated when you are dead? So you use a soft sponge. Then you bath her. You bath her, you turn her, and then bath. Normally, when they are going to bath the person, they tie her with something small here. Okay. So inside, you just put your hand under the covers and then wash. Okay. But you just don't open and then look. You put your hand under it and then wash. And when you are turning the person, the cover is still there. You will turn her, bath her, and then. So when you finish doing this, now it's now left with the ghusl, which is the important part. Okay. It's just as we do ghusl for ourselves. Yes. So you get a clean water. It can be a running water or a water just a clean water. Yes, because we're going to perform ghusl for her. So you first pour the water in the hand, and then you wash the hand. After that, you raise the head small. You put water in the mouth. Then you make sure she bring it out, because she cannot even swallow, so it will come out. Then you wipe the nose. Then you wipe the face. Then the arms. Okay. After that, then you pour water. She's lying down there, so you can turn her like this. Okay. Then you pour water. From this point, yes, right first. When you pour the water, then you turn to the left side. Then you pour the water to this side. Then after that, you just pour the water on the head, and then that is it for the bathing. Now, when
So
it comes
how is the shroud done?
Please, can we get scissors? Yes. Like I have some white this thing here. I don't know if there is something which will help us raise this thing up.
Okay, but before that, you can all tune in live. Please join the discussion today, because we all, even me, I didn't know certain things like this. So you should join us live right here. So whenever something like this happens, since it is death, definitely we are going to face it. Definitely we are going to meet it. So let's all join the discussion. So at any point in time, and it is a must, definitely we're going to meet death. So whenever it happens to you, being it anyone in your family, you can, even if your mother doesn't know how it is done, you teach her how it is supposed to be done, so that Allah help us, because the death, everything concerning the death matters. We have to do what we are asked to do by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and also his prophet. So you can join us live right here. Call friends, families to join us live on the discussion. The program is Ideal Muslims Show on Mallamah Online.
So I would like to do the so that I'll show us how we do the knees and
Okay.
then like the dress, what we put on top is what we call the kameez. Like it's the same as shirt.
Okay.
It comes, yes, Arabic. And then we also have the izar, which is something we used to cover down our lower part of the body.
Ewo Ideal Muslims Show kwesieda bia anopa nondu ewo Mam Online Radio and TV, inshallah.
Okay, so now let's assume the person is lying like this. Maybe she's lying down. So you first put this one, which is the kameez, something like a dress, because it's the neck is very small, so it's not. So when you put this, she's lying down like this. You put the white cloth like this for her upper part. Then you take this is what we call the kameez. Then after that we have the izar. Checking if it can come down like this. Yeah, something like a skirt or a wrapper down there. And this izar. Okay, yes. And this izar will come down there. So it will cover this part of her body. Like this. Something like this. But then normally, maybe you will not be able to do all this because she's like this. That's why I'm doing this. So when you finish bathing, maybe you use the camphor and then the perfume. You can just from what you'll be using end.
Do you grind it before?
Yes, you grind it, and then normally it is poured even in the shroud. We call this thing lifafa. So, from the last, what you'll be using last, you can just be doing it while she's sleeping like this. Because maybe she will not be flexible for you to be, yes. So you just leave her like that, then you put this thread there. The importance will come later, you see it. So it is there, then you put the lifafa like this. You just put it on her like this. Then you put it on her, the second one. Because we don't have enough, so we are only using this. Then we have our dress, which is the kameez. Then the skirt. So this is the kameez. Let's assume these are 7 lifafas because we will not be having all. So they are like this. When you do this, then you just fold them. Because you are 2, when one is folding this way, the other should be folding the other way. So it will be this way. When you do it this way, then you take it off and you leave the dead person lying down there. You take this off, then you bring it here. So you will turn her like this. This one will be easy to do for somebody who is there. Then you open it up. So you open it up. Then you make sure she comes in the middle. So when you do this, just straightforward, you put the head or you put the dress like this. You understand? Then the skirt is also the second thing. Then you just do it this way for her. See, this is very easy for you. Other than carrying her and putting her down, this will be very easy. So after doing this, then we have something we call the veil. Like we also have the veil for women. You normally put their heads tied on one thing. So normally the veil, they do it this way. This one is somehow big. They do it this way. Then they'll put it on the person's head like this. So this is when normally they will tell you people to come and then look, because they've already done this for her. So if people come and then they finish looking, then they want to take her, that is when they bring the lifafa. Lifafa is the end thing. That is what I said you should be. If it is 7, you will get 5 of the lifafa, because one has been used for kamis and izar, and then the other has been used for the distance. So when you do this, then you bring this one too, and you do this. Same thing. So when you do this, then the rope or the thing we use first, which is this rope, you use it to tie this part. Like this. So you tie it. Then you tie the other one too. Normally the ropes are 3. One should come in the middle. Yes. So when you tie this one too, then you tie the one in the middle. So now the person is now ready to be taken to the this thing. Then that is when they take the person, and then they will take her for the this thing, for the janaza prayer. Then after that they will take her, and then they will go and bury her, inshallah.
So this is the part 1. Next week, inshallah,
We will continue with the part 2.
Before we end the discussion, you see some people have this hairstyle, haircuts. Let's say women. You see there are schools that they don't allow you to this haircut and then this hairstyle. Maybe you have a wig on your head or something. What do they do to
Yes,
that?
I even forgot to mention that. When you have a wig on your head, they have to remove it, because you cannot take anything like anything from this world to to the grave. That's why, and anything which is part of your body, let's assume a finger. If while bathing you, and that finger, maybe your finger is broken or it has been trimmed while bathing, because we're already there, they cannot throw it away. They have to put it They have to put it inside your shroud.
Okay.
And the same happens to when they are combing your hair and then your hair falls off. They have to put that fallen hair inside your shroud. They shouldn't throw. It is a very big mistake people do nowadays.
Okay.
I once went with my mother to a funeral. So one of my grandmothers died, and then a woman went there, and then she was bathed. So after the bathing, she came with the hair, broken hair and everything, and then she kept in the dustbin. So I was like, oh, like it shouldn't be so, because since she's dead before this thing came off, she has to take her thing away. They have to put it in the shroud for her to take it away. Like in the case of this wig, they have to remove the wig from there, even if it means trimming off.
Is it easy to be done so?
But it has to be done. That's why it's even haram at the first place. Yes. So as a woman, why will you even do this to your head? So if you've cut your hair too, it's normal. Then they'll just bury you like that, because they cannot produce hair for you there. But then if you've done something like a wig, or you've added some extension or anything, you have to try and then remove it for you from there before they bury you, inshallah.
Okay. So thank you all for joining us live right here. Inshallah, next week the discussion will be continued.
Inshallah, with that, I would like to advise my sisters out there, we shouldn't be so much scared of something like this.
Mam Online Campus Dawa Yeko Inter Schools, Universities and Colleges Eko Kenyamsem Chre Asukufo Enyamsem Kafo Emane Mem Eba Usukumu Kenyamsem Patro Freunia Momo Boamu Kamuhumum Namonfre 0246751175 Yedru Hot that program ibe live Ewo Mam Online social media handles Ninina Aha Eyo Dawa Hope
Papa o sache nuhu pa banya kopon nche this be temam radio Allahu akbar
Wallahi al jannatu fi daws is our limit inshallah amen.